Good afternoon. This is Catherine and Christopher Tipper from Hunter Benefits Consulting Group. Today is April 16th, and this is On the Couch, the Friday afternoon bourbon edition.
Yes, it is. Our On the Couch series is meant to take a lighthearted look at all things ERISA and 401k. We think we've got a great episode today. We're going to be talking about a fidelity survey that should hopefully give some of our financial advisor friends some sales tips. So it's called the Fidelity 2020 Plan Sponsor Attitudes Survey. Thank you for joining us today. Before we dive into Fidelity's sales idea, Kristina,
Yes.
do we have a Washington update?
Yes, there is a Washington update because
Okay.
your DOL is very, very busy.
Oh, they've been really busy lately, haven't
Really busy lately. They came out with cybersecurity guidelines for plan sponsors and advisors and service providers, but we're not going to talk about that
they?
today.
That's next month's
That's
white
That's
paper.
That's
when
a
we
teaser.
figure everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, whoa, they're using terms I've never heard before.
Right.
What they did do this month was issue FAQs on the PTE, Prohibited Transaction Exemption,
Right.
2020-02. And that talks about rollovers, advising someone who's going to roll over money from a qualified plan into another qualified plan or an IRA.
Okay.
Okay, so the interesting part about it is that they're just getting started. I mean, they're clarifying things. Remember that they had
This
their.
was a 5-year-old story, isn't it?
It was, and then they lost that story, and now they're writing a new one.
Okay.
They're writing a new one, and you know what they say in these 16 pages of their FAQs was.
I think 16 pages isn't an FAQ.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of
16 pages is
That's a lot
FAQs.
of FAQ.
No,
It's-
I think that's stretching. That's a
Yeah,
mega FAQ or something.
mega FAQ. Yeah. What they say, someone says, "Well, now that you've issued this, are you done?" And the answer was, "No."
No.
The answer
You might
is.
not find this amusing, but we do.
The answer is that not only they're going to go back and review the regulations and amend those, they're going to amend the 2020-02 PTE. They're going to go through and look at other issues that need to be addressed for the safety.
2020-02.
The
PTE.
second-
It's the way they number them.
Okay, I'm just making sure
It's
that's
from
new.
2020. It's the second one from 2020, so it's over a year old.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just.
yeah.
For those of you.
And they're
keeping track at
finally
home.
explaining it. Over a year old, and they're finally explaining it.
Okay, well, they were busy.
They were busy,
Yes.
but they are on a roll.
And we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
Thank
Where
you,
were we?
Christina.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you, Kristina. Yeah, so, yes, I think, yes, I think.
I think
Let's put
that's
an end to
enough
this.
Washington.
Thank you, Kristina.
Washington is definitely
Don't you want to know
saying-
more?
No.
Washington's definitely saying we need more time to finish our homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're so concerned that somebody's going to take advantage of a participant in giving investment advice that it's almost impossible for participants to get investment advice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one way to slice that tomato.
Okay, so thank you, I think, Kristina. Appreciate it. All right. Catherine, how big is Fidelity?
Fidelity is this
Really, it's it's definitely, yeah, you don't have to throw it back
Fidelity's
in.
big.
Fidelity's really big. And is Fidelity big enough for them to use their own clients as a sample survey?
Certainly. Yeah.
Absolutely are.
Yep.
All right. So, Fidelity has a survey. This is data from 2020. They went through and looked at a little over 1,500 employers ranging in size from $3 million to more than $250 million in the plan. All right. And I think we found a couple of nuggets in there that our financial advisor friends can use as helpful hints for getting new plan sales. All right, so that's the purpose.
Ticklers, right?
Little ticklers,
Little
a
ticklers.
little something to help them along the line here. All right, so now then, okay, Catherine, I think we can agree that employees delaying retirement because of insufficient retirement savings is an issue for many employers, right? Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Can you guess what percentage of the respondents to the Fidelity survey thought some of their employees were delaying retirement?
Well, it has to be over 50%, right?
Well, yeah, that's a good guess. Anything more specific? You want to take a guess?
76.76?
No. No, it's a good number. That is a number. Yes,
We like that
is
number.
That's a number. It's a good number. It's not right. So the answer is 59% of the respondents thought that at least some of their employees were delaying retirement. Okay.
So out of a room of 4 people, we already have 25%.
Yep.
Do I hear 50?
No. And and then 74% of the plan sponsors indicate that there are costs for workers delaying retirement. Okay, who'd have known? I'm surprised it's only 74%.
Yeah.
That was a surprise that it wasn't 100%. All right, so now then, nugget number 2. Do you?
I want ranch with this.
No. Do you think the survey indicates employers are focusing more on employee retirement benefits or less?
I think there's more because there's actually a lot of information out there, and the internet
Yep.
is a place to start.
Absolutely.
Start.
You're right. You're right. The focus on retirement is increasing, while the focus on health benefits is decreasing. Okay, I was actually kind of surprised that it was going that way.
Got to move those boomers off the stage.
Something like that.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's okay for them to die now, as long as they prepare for
it doesn't
retirement.
say.
It does not say that in
It doesn't say
this
that,
report.
and it doesn't say that COVID is a reason or anything like that.
Oh,
All right.
well, I wasn't even
Okay,
thinking
okay.
that.
So,
I mentioned
one-
the internet, it goes south.
Yes. One last question, Catherine.
Yes.
All right. And I know it's not a fair one.
Okay.
What would you guess is the number one factor for choosing an advisor for a retirement plan?
A well-tailored suit.
No, that wasn't even on the list.
Could be true.
We're
You know
more
what?
casual
At some
now.
point I wanted to say survey says bing, but I forgot. So anyways,
Okay.
now do I get to say that now?
Sure.
Ding or what it is.
No. Survey says 34% of the respondents picked retirement plan expertise as the number one factor in picking a financial advisor to help them with their retirement plan.
I bet that's true because you really want to get the end right.
Yeah,
don't
it
you? I
wasn't-
mean, of all the things you need to get
Right. It wasn't relationships. It wasn't who referred them. It was actual retirement plan expertise as the number one factor.
So the ability to answer questions and to understand the legal ramifications of what they're advising.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the tax consequences.
And the thing. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'd like to mention something that isn't from Fidelity
Okay.
and isn't necessarily about retirement plans. I've been waiting for this moment. The median age of a new client that an advisor gets from social media is up from 35 in 2018 to 40 now. Is it the same people? Oh,
No.
They're
they're
not.
just old.
I bet that. I had that
it's
same
only
thought.
It's only 4 years. Okay. So when we say this is the
Same people.
amusing look at ERISA, it's amusing to us.
It is amazing.
Okay.
And now the average amount of new business from social media is just under $5 million.
4.9
4.9.
million. So yeah.
7676.
You really like 76.76%. That's not in the answer, folks. The answer is $4.9 million. Okay, so the
that
point
all?
is, yes, that's all. So the point is here that financial advisors are having more success using social media to get new clients, and the age of the new clients the financial advisors are getting is increasing faster than just time going by. So it's not the same people.
Oh, okay.
Because it was 5 years older, but it was only 4 years later.
They finally learned how to use the website. I got it.
Okay.
What's this Google
So
thing?
what are today's 3 what is it, Google? Is your Google machine broken? What are today's 3 takeaways? God, is this bourbon? Please be bourbon.
Employers are seeing employees delaying retiring as a negative for their business.
Yep.
Did we say why?
Because they keep young people from getting higher paying jobs.
Well, that's the supposition. They didn't get the survey. I don't think went into the why.
No.
Okay.
But the thing is, if the point of this is if this is a concern, having a good retirement plan will help take care of this.
Yep.
All right.
Again,
Number 2.
employers are focusing more on retirement needs now.
Than they were in the past.
Yep.
True. And number 3.
If your employer arrangement allows for it, continue to work on your social media presence.
Yes. Okay. Now then. Now I can't post the survey just on the website, but I can email it to you. If you send me an email at sales@hunterbenefits.com, I'll forward that survey on to you and answer any other questions. And what do we do at this part of the video, Catherine?
Like us.
Share us. Share us?
Like us.
Comment.
Email us at sales@hunterbenefits.com. Find our website, which is hunterbenefits.com.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching us today. We had fun. Hope you did too. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, any other questions from the peanut gallery before we go?
Nope, not
No,
today.
we're good?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
all right.
good.
Yes, I read that whole government about 401ks, and it's a doozy.
We're talking about
The
cybersecurity.
cybersecurity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about that.
And it's not 16 pages long
It is
either.
not. Thank God for
Oh, and next week's video, we are going to be talking about who is the employer, controlled groups and things like that. Yes. All right. So take care. Have a good weekend.
Ta-da.
Take care.